Welcome back for the Raw Vegan Common Struggles video playlist number 11. Now I will link this playlist below in the description box, as well as the link for the Raw Vegan Bundle, which you can get today only. Today is the last day. After today, it is gone forever. So be sure, if you're watching this, leave the video right now, go down, click the link, check it out, see what's in it. There's over $1,700 of all brand new content. If you've purchased bundles in the past, this is a completely different bundle. So you don't have to worry about having duplicates of anything. Everything is brand new in there, including the exclusive collaboration book of appetizers, raw vegan appetizers. This is a really amazing book. We've tapped into it a couple times already. We've been having so much fun making these recipes from what we've been finding in this bundle. Over 35 different contributors. $50 is all this is, and it's over $1,700 worth of goodies. So you cannot go wrong. Oh my gosh, so good. I've got my brand new course in there, Raw Vegan Kitchen Essentials course. Like I said, Lissa's hand salads book is in there. I've mentioned it, I know, a couple times. I'm so excited about this book. She's been working really hard on this book for months and months and months. And definitely lots of other really amazing contributions to this bundle. So be sure to just open it up, take a peek, see what you think. You're most likely gonna find something that you just can't live without. All right, let's get into this video. Welcome back for another video to Recalibrate with Nate. And in this video, I wanted to talk about recipes and maybe feeling bored and not being very creative. These sorts of things I've had people mention, like I just am not creative. I don't like making recipes. I don't like spending the time doing it. And really, that's what we're here for. That's what the bundle's for. The Raw Vegan Bundle is for you. It's for you who maybe you just aren't that kind of person that is knowing how to combine certain seasonings and flavors to get certain flavor profiles, right? So that's what the creators are for, the recipe creators. Not to say that you can't be a recipe creator. Hopefully we inspire you enough to where you're creating some recipes and you eventually become a part of a bundle like this. But that is definitely something to tap into, because a lot of the struggles, I feel like, can be coming from that, not knowing what to make, right? So when you have a plan to follow, when you've got a recipe to follow, it can be easy not to be bored, because you're like, oh, I got to get these things at the store, and I'm going to be making something that I've never made before. Hopefully it turns out okay. Maybe you learn something new. Maybe you learn a cool way to cut something, or a tip or trick that you didn't know before. So there's really never a reason to be bored, right? And when I think of like what I used to eat, and I love this term, Lissa used this term, and I thought it was great, and it really stuck with me. She would call it 50 shades of beige, right? Like, people would say like, aren't you just bored of eating always like fruits and vegetables? Do you always eat healthy? And it's like, yeah, because before I just ate 50 shades of beige, right? Like breads and pastas and, all these certain things are kind of like a beige color. Of course, not everything, but it's kind of interesting to think about that, like how many things we would eat and consume that were of that beige color. So of course, people would think like, well, like, what do you eat? Just always you're eating salads, just fruit and salads, or smoothies and salads. And there's a lot of things that you can eat that aren't salads, right? Like Lissa's book that's in the Raw Vegan Bundle. It's called hand salads, which is just kind of a play on words. It's basically a wrap. So you blend up basically kind of like a smoothie, but it's not a smoothie, right? Then you pour it on a dehydrator sheet, dehydrate it overnight. That's your wrap. So there's all kinds of good stuff in the wrap itself. Then you've got the internal stuff that's going in the wrap, depending on what you make for the insides, which she has all the recipes for these particular wraps and the dipping sauces. This book is incredible. So that would be one thing that isn't a salad. Then of course, Chris Kendall has his brand new book in the bundle called Cravings Busters, right? And it's savory, sweet and savory stews. Man, we had one of his stews several days back, and it was so good, so good that it was just, I'm like, okay, this is, I can't wait to even make more of his recipes, because it blew my mind of how good it was. I'm like, how are we like not eating this more often? But we didn't have the recipe. So that's what's cool, is like we get to taste what his recipe creation is like. It was a really delicious stew. So, you know, wraps, stews, burgers, right? There's the Make It Raw 2 book, and there's some burger recipes in there. So those aren't salads. Soups, right? There's different raw soups to make that are really delicious, savory and creamy and smooth and warm. So those aren't salad. And of course, you know, some of the other, you know, handheld stuff would be like tacos, right? I love raw tacos. You know, just basically like making salsa and making like a seed meat to throw in some lettuce, right? Some pico de gallo and some, you know, some sour cream or nacho cheese or something like that. That stuff is really, really good, and it's fun to eat with your hands. And you can also, you know, make like a nice fresh dip and just have a bunch of cut up vegetables. So, you know, some veggies and dip, that's a fun, that can be a meal depending on how many veggies you have and how big your dipping sauce is, but that might be like a nice snack, you know, or hors d'oeuvres for, you know, a gathering or something. That's not a salad. And then of course, you know, in some of the other books, I believe the Make It Raw book has some curries, and that's another really delicious thing that you can make too, that, you know, maybe you're craving something a little bit different flavor. Like we love salads. Liz and I crave salads. We want salads, like at least one salad a day. But there's some times where we're like, oh, you know, let's have a curry tonight. We'll do something a little different than a salad, because, you know, most of the nights we have like, it's a habit now. We become, we find ourselves craving salads. But having these other recipes to tap into have been really fun. You know, and of course we make a lot of our own recipes too, but it's just really fun to have other people's recipes. So that's where, check out this Raw Vegan Bundle, last day, today. And I don't know if you've been tuning into the What I Ate in a Day playlist series that I have, but I've been doing a What I Ate in a Day throughout this bundle because we've been eating all kinds of different food stuff that we don't make ourselves. So it's been really fun. We've been learning new things ourselves, and, you know, finding different flavor profiles that other people really enjoy, that we're like, oh my gosh, this is definitely something we're going to be eating more often. This is so, so good. So be sure to check it out. It's gone after today, so you don't want to miss it. And then of course, like within the bundle, there's other creations that are, you know, some of the sweet treats and different things like that. Some of the sweet treats don't necessarily like qualify as like a meal, like a salad, right? But of course, you know, smoothies, banana and ice cream, these sorts of things can really be delicious on a raw diet as well, that aren't salads as well, right? So there's lots to eat aside from salad. And of course, you know, fresh fruit, delicious, always fresh fruit every single day. But these sorts of things are amazing. And yeah, you're eating something other than just a salad. So there's definitely no reason to be bored, right? And if you don't feel creative, follow a recipe and you might just surprise yourself with how delicious the recipe turns out, because that's what we're really trying to do, is make these recipes so delicious and really foolproof to where all you do is just follow the recipe, and it should realistically turn out just the way that it turned out for the creator. And you know, that can be fun. It's definitely not boring at all, in my particular opinion. So, you know, just, yeah, get creative. You know, it's fun to get creative and try new recipes, learn new recipes and try new things. It definitely, you never know. You might find something that you never had before. It was so simple. Oh my gosh, Liz's mom has her book in here, and we've eaten several things from her book, and they are so good. I'm like, just amazed with how simple the recipe is and how delicious it is as well as filling too. So be sure to check it out. Last day, and I really hope you've enjoyed this video playlist that I've put together for you. Hope you've got some value from it, and, you know, be sure to leave me a comment below. Let me know, what are some of your favorite recipes? And make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're called to do so. You know, the thumbs up, all the good stuff, right? And we will see you on the next one. Love you.